Wow, hi everybody. It's Stephanie Hope Dodd. I am here live on Facebook again, which is really exciting. This time I brought a couch down to make a space to do videos. My daughter, too, she drew on the wall to welcome me in. You know how that goes if you're a mom. Listen, I am coming on here today to talk about something that I feel is so super important to moms, to dads really out there too, and also to myself, because we got to talk about finding more freedom as a mom. We got to talk about finding more space. And so as a woman who supports other moms on this journey of parenting, something that I see come up so often with the women that I work with is defining this role of how am I a good mom, and how do I find time for myself in this midst of trying to climb this really tall mountain to get to the top of being this quote good mom. And so I want to highlight something for you through a story with one beautiful mama that I am working with. And this mama, I'm just going to call her Amy. So her and I were in conversations, and she's like, gosh, I'm doing all of this work every single day to be a good mom. I don't have any time for myself because I'm just trying to fit all of these things in between homework, between school, before cooking healthy meals, between doing arts and crafts, reading stories, finding connection time, doing all of these things, being outside. And so I just said to her, I said, well, what makes a good mom? And she was like, well, all of these things. And so we made a list. Let's make a list of everything that makes you a good mom. And then we made a list of everything that her mom did that made her mom a good mom, right? And then we kind of had to compare the two and be like, well, what's true for you? The next thing she did is she went on Pinterest and she created this beautiful, beautiful mama board of all of these hundreds of things that make her a great mom. And then we got really clear. Is this what makes you a good mom? Or is this what perfect parenting looks like according to society? And when we created a filter for her of which to run things by, what actually really makes you a good mom? Listen, I don't really care if my kids are the best athletes on the field. I don't really care if they're the best students or if they're doing arts and crafts every day. I know for me, my filter is, are my kids loved and are my kids safe? And everything else I run through that. So I'm actually really not trying to do arts and crafts every day and all these things that Pinterest says makes a perfect and awesome mom. But so many of us are. And I was too. Believe me, I so was. And I still get caught up in that. Are you kidding me? I'm on Pinterest. I'm on Facebook. We see it. So back to this beautiful mama. What she realized is, oh, so what I really want to instill is confidence in my children. And so if I run everything that's on that board through this filter of, am I building confidence? We realized we could get rid of 90% of it. And then her role as a mom became really, really clear. And what that does is that opens up so much time and space for the things that truly matter to you and the things that truly matter to your family. So I also want to speak to this a little bit, though, for those of you who are parenting children, who maybe your mama board's not on Pinterest, right? Some of us are raising children that are highly sensitive. Some of us are raising children that have medical needs. Some of us are raising children that fall somewhere, medically, maybe even on the autism spectrum, whatever it may be. When you go to do your mom board, you're kind of maybe the answers actually aren't here. Maybe I really don't know what that answer is. And so we can find ourselves in this place of pushing to find that answer. I'm a smart, determined woman. I will come up with this answer. I will create my filter and I will run it through clearly 100% every second of the day. And that's just a falsity. For some of us, the answers actually aren't out there. The answers actually are within. What makes you the mom, right, that you are? What brings you into that? What is your own personal filter? Because you can't get that from others. If you're trying to keep up with what everyone else is doing, right? You're kind of running through like all of these different filters, and then of course you have no space and no time for yourself. And so if you're kind of struggling to figure out what that is, you really have to just breathe it into your heart. And instead of trying to come up with the answer, open to that answer. Every single time you're like, what's my filter? What makes me a good mom? Instead of trying to come up with the answer, that's when you remind yourself, I open to the answer coming to me. Because most of us, we can't create the answer in our head and make it real. Oftentimes we need to allow the answer to kind of come to us and then kind of respond, right, to the universe and what the universe is telling us. And that is where you create so much more space for you to come through. Because once you know that you're meeting your own filtered goals of what makes you, right, that mom that you want to be, then you have so much space to get in that space for your own needs and even time away, right, sometimes from your own children. So if this was helpful to you, I'd love to hear in the comments, maybe even what's your goals? Like, what's your mama filter that you run everything through? And if this is happening, then by golly gosh, every single day I am meeting my own needs of being a good mom, and I have done it, and I can go out there and I can live and I can breathe and I can just kind of be me. Thank you so much for being here. Love seeing you. Bye.